he will. He's done it again.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions. Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Quick conversations with King Drew Millions.
Let's chop it up.
What's happening, family? Welcome to another episode of Quick Conversation with King Drew Millions. It's your boy, Mr. Quick.
And I'm King Drew Millions. And this episode is being brought to you by the professional brand where we always keep it P and the hive where visions get elevated.
And on this podcast, we do our best to bring real talk, bold moves, and people making power plays behind the scenes and in front of the spotlight. Today's episode, we have a stack of heavy hitters. First up, we got the visionary, behind the brand, strategist pulling the strings, the actor, executive producer, and brand manager, Mr. Dre Berry. Next, we got the young lady. She got the jokes, the games, and the content that keeps you laughing and inspired. The gym enthusiast, the comedian, actress, and content creator, Miss Branique Reed, a.k.a. NiquieB. And last but not least, a serial entrepreneur, actress, and the proud mother of one of today's hottest rappers, Miss Sherhonda, a.k.a. Mama 38. And we are here to do what we do best. Let's chop it up.
Let's chop it up.
Yeah, I like that introduction. We need to come here more often, y'all.
Okay.
I like that.
Great
Yeah,
point.
beautiful.
This is where we keep it P at. This is the P house right here. Yeah, but so I'm going to go and start with you, Dre, man. You behind the scenes. You the mastermind of everything. I want to know where you from. Where you from? How was your childhood? Like, where did you start at?
Man, I'm from Greenspoint, Texas.
Okay.
Goodson, Imperial Valley.
Shout out.
Yeah, my childhood, man, definitely humble beginnings for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have much, the same old story most people have, poverty. A single mother household,
Right.
Yeah.
Usual.
Yeah, the usual, man. Yeah.
Right. So what part? So you say Goodson. So what schools did you go to?
I went to Aldine. So in my elementary years, we moved around. So I went everywhere,
Okay. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, we bounced around, man, about 7 different schools or whatever. And from Wayside, City Gas, Northline Point area, we went everywhere, man. But I went to Aldine Middle School.
Okay.
Yeah, then from there I went to Nimitz High School.
Oh, Nimitz. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So around that time, did you know what you wanted to do? Like, did you know that you would be doing this kind of work? Like, was this a dream of yours, or did you just fall into it?
Definitely knew what I wanted to do, man. I was going to the NFL, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was going to the league, baby. No,
so you was in football?
Yeah, I played football. All I cared about was football. I played basketball too, but all I cared about was football. You caught me anywhere, I walked around with a football in my hand all day long. You know what I'm saying?
So did you play college ball?
Nah, heck no. You know what I'm
He was
saying?
like Ricky and Boys in the Hood.
Definitely like Ricky. One of my favorite movies, I was like Ricky for sure. Yeah, I was like Ricky.
So
yeah.
what did the curve turn in? If you were such into football at that time, what did it turn into no more football?
Man, after football season was over with my senior year in high school, that was a wrap for me. I was like, okay, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
No scholarships or nothing?
Nah, heck nah,
Oh,
man.
so you loved it, but you
Yeah, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do in class, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just did enough to act like I knew what I was doing in school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, after that, I was done. I was done with school in general.
So what did you do after that? Like, what was the first thing you did after high school?
Well, I dropped out of high school. Then from there, I started working with my uncle at this glass company. I hated it. I had to be there at 5 a.m. every morning.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm young. I'm young, so I'm out all night. You know what I'm saying? Got to be up there, to work at 5 a.m. So I'm late every day.
Right.
Getting rolled up, etc. Nah, heck nah. Yeah, heck nah. My uncle worked for somebody else. He got me on at the company he worked for. Yeah, nah, for sure.
He had somebody else do.
Yeah, right, for sure,
Go write my nephew up.
Yeah, right, he tripping, bro, And so from there, man, I got real close with my dad. Came around in my life or whatever. I think I was 19, I think.
Oh, okay.
And he owned car dealerships. He owned like 4 of them at the time. I went to the car business, man.
Oh, so you got in the car?
Yeah, I got in the car business, early on. And it just took a turn. So I was in the car business, and so we was in the car business. We was like popping in the car business, though. Like, and so one of Slim Thug brothers worked for my dad.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so, we used to always go out and stuff. And then so one particular time before Slim Thug's birthday, we went to one of his parties or whatever, and it was a great night. And I remember that night, it was with him and LaToya Luckett was talking or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had nice vibes, and I was like, man, you know what, bro? I'm done with the car business. I'm going to the music business, man. You know.
So that was your moment when you figured out this is what I want to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm going to the music business. Nobody believed me.
Right.
And I was like, I quit, bro. And Slim Thug brother Thomas, he was like, man, you crazy, bro. I'll see you tomorrow. And shit, I didn't go back though. And from there, just everything just kind of was a rabbit hole, really.
So what was your first music deal or opportunity?
So from there, I started working with my brother, he rapped. So he was already rapping or whatever. And so I just started supporting him. It really was on some, I just want to be in the room, bro, hanging out with him and stuff. And so I used to help him sell CDs and stuff like that because I knew sales. And so he went to jail. When he went to jail, he was like, man, you got to keep this going, bro. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about no music business, bro. And he's like, man, you figure it out. You always do, bro. And so just on the strength of him, me trying to keep him alive, so to say, I was like, all right, let me figure this out. And then just kind of, I'm a people person, so I talk to everybody. And some girls I was talking to, they was like, man, some little artists, man, I want to put you with. And it went from there, started managing them, selling CDs everywhere.
I was going to ask you that, who was the first artist you managed?
Yeah, it's a little artist. He's actually from California. He was out here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like, I think, I want to say 14 years old or something like that. Yeah, I started managing him and got some more little artists around him, but he was like the main one.
Right, right.
So you had your little Bow Wow or something started.
Yeah, but he was rapping gangster rap though.
That's how Lil Bow Wow started out. His name was Baby Gangster, Lil Gangster, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know that. Nah.
Snoop Dogg.
I remember. Oh, you know
Baby
what his show was, man.
Yeah, Kid Gangster. That was his name.
But then he gave him to JD because he said that this gangster stuff ain't gonna get you
wasn't it?
to that. Yeah.
Yeah, you sure right, man.
So you had you a little Baby Gangster.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
That's what I am.
So what was your when you realized like I'm in the game? Like what was your in the game moment?
Man, let me think. In the game moment?
Where you was like, okay, I'm never stopping doing this. This is what I want to do. I'm in the game.
Man, that's a good question, bro. Man, probably when we started making money selling CDs. We was trapping out the trunk, and we was making so much money, it was like, this it, and I think that probably was the moment. It was like, yeah, this it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know where I was gonna go with it, but that was it. Though we was making money.
Oh, so y'all was doing the CD hustle and making that bread.
Yeah, hand to hand.
And then that's when you was like,
yeah, it was it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was still more geared more to entrepreneurship. I was on my own everything. We took every Walmart, every event go on.
Do you know what year this was?
Yeah, this was like 2005.
2005. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2005.
And y'all were trapping out the trunk.
Yeah, we trapping out the trunk with it, getting it. Yeah, man.
Right.
It was good eating back then,
So look, I pulled up a picture. I want you to tell me what you was thinking. Well, what was going on around this time?
Yeah.
I hate my viewers can't see it because it's a legendary picture. When I looked at it, I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, I remember this picture right here. Yeah. This
I ain't gonna lie. Before you say it, it's some people in I knew personally. Well, DeBondo personally, he ain't even living no more.
Yeah, he out of here, man.
DeBondo.
Yeah.
But I seen it, and I say, "Oh my God!"
That's the picture with OTB and Vucci
Yeah, everybody here, boy.
And then OTB fast lane at the top corner, but he had
Santana.
No, Sancho.
Oh.
No, Sancho. I say Sancho. No, Sancho. TSL.
Okay, asking like I need to make sure I'm hearing
it
shit
bring
right.
back some memories, bro.
Yeah, everybody here, bro. Yeah, man. Miss Mikey in there, Kiata, everybody Slim. So this was Slim. I'm not Slim. This was Kiata trying to
y'all
bring.
can't see this, but I mean, maybe
y'all gotta put that up on the screen, bro.
Yeah, y'all gotta look that up.
But that's what's Kiata trying to bring the city together.
Okay.
He feel like everybody wasn't working together. You know, at this time, Atlanta coming together.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all tried to do the.
Yeah, Kiara trying to bring the city together. Everybody who in
He trying to
music.
pick up what Pimp C left out.
Facts. So,
Yeah.
so all the
Type
players
situation.
and doing music in Houston, the
Right,
right
right.
players, like, all right, everybody, let's meet, man. Let's figure out how we can help each other,
Right.
move the culture forward. That's what that was. And then, you know, ain't nothing happened after that. As
Did you have an artist you was managing in this picture?
or
you were just in it?
crazy enough. Like, so I started managing Raji. He in the picture, but I wasn't managing him yet, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I managed Ken Rounder. Ken Rounder in the picture, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ken Rounder.
I've
Me,
heard of Ken Rounder.
yeah, me and Jazz Prince was managing him together, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up. So all right, well we'll double back on what we're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to come. Each person gonna have to come back.
Nah,
on
for
their own.
real. We
Facts.
need
Because
each
it's
and
too
every one
much.
of y'all
I
to
can sit
come
here and
back.
talk to you.
Nah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
I feel you.
For a whole hour. Because I've been like, what I do is when I really I learned doing this podcast, I enjoy looking into people. When people say they want to come, I study people.
He
So
the
I can
private
see-
investigator.
Yeah,
For real.
I turn
You
it to
gotta
that.
be.
But
Gotta be.
so I started learning y'all, and I'm like, man, I could interview each one of y'all for
Yeah.
2-3 hours. But where did you and NiquieB meet? Like, how did y'all get to the point?
So NiquieB, man. So NiquieB is really family. You know what I'm saying? Like her and my wife, they're cousins.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and we started managing NiquieB, what, 2009? Was it?
Was it 9 or 8?
Probably 2008.
Yeah,
seemed
'cause it
by
was right at-
2009.
It was right after I finished college.
Yeah, so 2008, yeah,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
we started, her doing her modeling thing and stuff like that.
Oh, so you started off modeling.
Yeah, she's a model.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been in every publication you could think of, like the
Oh, for real?
major publications.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like we was doing our thing, man, for sure.
Okay. So was it like one of them things like you doing your thing, let us step behind you? Like how did y'all come to the point where we need to be together on this?
Man, I don't even remember. Do you?
Hey, y'all still grinding off a verbal contract.
Nah, facts, super facts.
Oh, yes. Kate Smith was doing the hair show, and I came and modeled. It was the runway one, but I'm not a runway girl.
That's what it was.
That's where it came from. Yeah, that's where it started. Mhm.
Got you. So how did you get into the content?
Oh, that was years later.
Yeah,
That was like a whole 10-year break.
yeah, like 10-year break.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Because I got pregnant with my son, so I kind of just stopped everything and just tended to him because I became a single parent.
Right.
And
So-
then with the content, how I got to that point, no lie, I always been in the gym. So I would here and there throw a little video out there, once the phones start getting where you can film and all of that stuff, but nothing too much. And
Do you remember your first video? Like the first time you said, man, I'm gonna do a video.
like a gym video?
What? Because I've been looking at your.
'Cause
like I say, I went to each one of y'all first time y'all ever posted. Whether y'all may have deleted y'all page and started again, but 2012 you posted a video in 2012. But was that your first video?
2012.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
What was I doing on that 2012?
You wasn't even. You was doing like you was sitting in your car and you was talking, and then you would say like little jokes or something like that.
Oh, I don't know, because 2012 when I had my son, so I must have just been sitting.
You gonna be doing something?
Yeah, I don't know what I was
She
doing.
like, what the first time?
You saw me cussing? 2012. Yeah, I don't know. That definitely wasn't on purpose content.
Oh, so you were just randomly. So that wasn't really content.
No.
Well, you got 2012 content out there.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I can pull it up right now.
Whoa.
Man,
She
2012?
was doing like little sitting in the car content.
Really?
All right.
Oh, I don't even know
Yeah,
what
that's
that
crazy.
is. Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm being honest with you. I didn't know she wouldn't remember it, so I didn't save it.
yes.
So I'll go through and scroll, and I'll pull one up.
I don't remember that. Yeah, because I just remember, I started so I had my son in 2012. That's why I'm like, what was I doing in the car in 2012?
You was
Oh my
you was
God.
popping your stuff. I mean, I thought it was cool. But I was
Ooh.
like, dang, she really been grinding for.
That's
The
crazy.
reason why I asked you that is because the way I perceived it was you've been grinding for a long time. And so I'm looking at it like, even with us starting our podcast, we've been doing this for like 6 months. And I'm telling him, I called him, I said, man, now that I'm studying Nikki, she posted her first video in like 2012. So it's like, it wasn't what it is now, but it's the consistency of you having a vision or you having a thought and you moving with it. And then through the course of time, continuously doing something, just never stopping. You know, and I took that as motivation because it's like a lot of people start something and then they just stop because like I'm being honest, as I looked at the 2012 to now, yeah, you had probably like 6 people like it or whatever, but now you got millions of followers. So it's like you don't see the future when you just doing stuff today.
Right.
You know, so and I called her, I said, bro, I'm looking at her right now doing a video sitting in her car in like 2012 with like 6 followers. And like now she got 1 million. Like she like, but I didn't know that you was probably just like,
Yeah, I was just playing in the car.
Were you teaching at that time?
No. Yes, I was subbing.
Yeah,
I didn't get my first teaching job until 2014. But at first, like around those times, right after I had my son, I would post gym content because I went back to the gym. But I wasn't thinking content. I was just like, oh, I'm in the gym, see me, and I post. And, you know, people ask me, oh, you know, how you look like that? What you do in the gym? So, of course, I would post different gym stuff. So it's always been gym.
Okay.
This ain't nothing new. The gym has always been there.
Okay.
Like I've always been a gym rat.
So you had that boomerang body for people to be asking you after you had the baby.
Oh yeah. It did bounce back. It bounced back.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Stomach went back flat, everything. Like, you know, because I was working out before, did a little something doing, and then after, of course, I was like, oh no, I'm not about to have this. I gotta bounce back.
so how did you get into the gym lifestyle?
I've been an athlete since I was 5.
Oh, so you
I done did cheerleading, volleyball, basketball, track, cross country, all of it. I was a tomboy. So I grew up with 2 brothers and I wanted to do everything they did.
Okay.
So like I would play football outside. I wanted to play baseball. My daddy said no. He said that was for boys. And I was just so mad. They made me cheerlead. So it was just like, what?
That sound about right. Don't nobody want their daughter out there with all them hard heads.
I still was a tomboy. To this day, I'm still a tomboy. That's why you don't see me in heels too much. But yeah, so it started from then, and I just always all the way through college, I played basketball up until I was 22. So after basketball, of course, like I got in the gym. Then that's when I just continue through the gym.
An athlete in
Yeah,
that way.
so
Okay.
I never stop. I'm the athlete that never stopped working on her body.
What school did you go to?
I went to Knoxville College,
Okay. What about high school?
Forest Brook.
Okay, the Brook.
Oh, yeah, so you
It ain't even a high school no more. It's a middle school
it's the middle
now.
school by HI and
so you from
HIC
Northeast
heavy.
side.
Yeah, I'm from City Gas.
Oh, okay.
7-7.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How was
definitely.
it growing up in City Gas? Because I'm from Lakewood.
You know what? I stay on the train track side, so
It was safe.
yes. So if honest to God truth, if I did not go to school with you, I don't know you from City Gas because like my parents, we walked to school in a bunch, like our friends, but it was literally school and home. And then after high school, I went off to college in Knoxville. So I was gone for 4 years at the state. So
Oh, okay.
One fun fact I always remember about the streets in City Gas, they got 3 back-to-back. Little Boy Blue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
Little Boy Blue.
they
For
do.
real.
Yes.
That is true. Riding down Northwest Side, Little Boy
Yeah.
Blue. It's random and chicken place.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Oh
is.
yeah.
So how was the transition going from a 9 to 5 to being a full-fledged content creator? Like, how did that feel?
Oh, it was awesome. You know what? It was awesome because when I tell you the last 2 to 3 years of going to work as a teacher, I was just like, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. To the point, I'm not gonna lie, my last year, I literally did the bare minimum. Whatever. Hey, if you say, dude, I'm not going over to do nothing extra because I didn't want to be there.
Right.
I love the kids. I love the connection I had with them. I just didn't like the teaching part.
I get that.
Because kids have a lot of stuff going on. The kids I taught, they had a lot of stuff going on. They was not the rich kids or anything like that. They was mama and daddy when they went home. They was working, and I taught 7th grade. So when they come in, you teaching, they not paying attention. They sleep. They got a lot on their mind. So when they're not passing, here come the principal administration. They blaming it on you.
Right.
Like nobody blames it on the parents. It's all the teacher fault. And you cannot say the kid wouldn't do it. Because there's kids that'll sit in class and won't do nothing. They say you have to figure out how to make them do it. I'm not about to make a kid do it so they can turn around and slap me.
Exactly.
Oh, heck no.
I never knew they put that on a teacher, though. I never
Oh,
knew that.
yes, they put it on your back.
Yeah.
They blame
Wow, I never knew
that. Even I think it's so unfair. Even when they say, "Oh, if the kids do this, this is how you get a bonus or something." Like that's not right. Because if you're working with kids, especially the low income kids, you ain't about to get that bonus.
Right.
Nah.
You luck up and get that bonus, or you cheated.
Yeah, the teacher's like on the island because you got the administrators going against you, the kid going against you, then the parent going against you. And it's like, hold on, what is your kid doing at home? Are you enforcing the homework that I sent? Any of that type of stuff, man, they don't even go with it, dog. I'm telling you. It's like the teacher's really on their own, trying to get this one kid or a whole group of kids, 30 kids, depending on how big your classroom is, to focus and pay attention for an hour, bro.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I took my children out of school. I swear. Kentrell, you ain't going to school to learn. You mess with them people children. Don't go no more.
That's the best thing.
You homeschooling?
So you homeschooled him or he just never
No,
finished?
if y'all ain't going to school to learn, stay home.
Oh, yeah. I would love to be in her household.
Man, I wish I had a mama like you.
They didn't finish school?
No, my daughter dropped out in 12th. Kendall dropped out in like 10th, and Kentrell dropped out from like 9th, 10th.
I mean, it don't matter now, but I mean, that's still, everybody.
No, because I mean, if you gonna go to school every day and people gonna call me every day and make me leave work every day, it don't make no sense for you to go.
Yeah, facts.
But look, it only works when you become the hottest.
No. I mean,
Because if I tell my kids that they don't be nothing, then it's like,
Like, okay. I feel
I
like
got
as
a
a
house
parent.
full of.
no, because you don't go to school bothering other people children. I mean, go to school to learn. If you ain't learning, then stay home.
But sometimes kids be too smart though. Like the work don't be challenging enough. So if they do half the work or look at it, be like, man, bro, I'm finna talk to my partner. Hey, bro, what you got going this weekend, man? Let's go hang out. Let's go do something.
Or finish your work, talk to your partner, but still get kicked out of school because you don't know how to shut up.
But you know, there are some teachers, they ain't all good.
Yeah.
There are some teachers that pick, and I didn't seen it with my own eyes, that pick at a kid. Because I was that teacher. If you come in and tell me, all you got to do is tell me, Miss Reed, today ain't my day. I ain't feeling good. Okay. Have a seat. Do your work tomorrow. I'm that teacher, but you got them teachers that wake up. You need to do this. You don't know nothing. Like you slow, and I never did that because just like we have bad days, kids have bad days too.
Right.
And sometimes they just literally want you to talk to them and feel like they want it in the classroom. Like that's all some of them want. And if you don't give it to them, they give you hell.
Yep.
That's true. I mean, so you mastered teaching. You just ain't.
What you did, 10 years or
I ain't
something?
gonna say I mastered teaching. I'm very good with relationships. Like I'm a people person. Even though when you first meet me, you might not think that, but I'm very positive person. Inspirational. Like I love doing that. That was the part I loved about the teaching. I just didn't like giving the work. Like I love being a big sister, whatever they thought I was.
The cool stuff. You like the fun stuff.
I'm the cool teacher, but they knew not to play with me.
Right.
They knew, no, we ain't stepping on her toes. But I'm that teacher, like, if they come and say, Miss Reed, can you buy me some candy, the snack thing? I'ma buy it. If I got candy all over my desk, I don't eat candy.
Yeah.
I purposely put it there. They know not to take it, but if they ask me for it, take it.
Nah, she ain't lying. She really is cool. Because first time I met her, she was standing on the sidewalk while we were shooting a movie. And I just started talking to her out the blue. And she just talked to me like I was a regular old person. You know how some people had that old snooty attitude? Like, I don't know, you don't talk to me. Like, she really was cool. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
So what grade was you teaching?
7th.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yes, the trying
probably one of the
grade
most
level.
Nah, for
difficult
real.
is
Yes.
That's
Fresh
that
into
age
middle
group where
school.
people telling you to grow up and then still at the same time tell you a kid.
yeah,
Yes.
like
You know?
right at that
Yes.
middle.
Yeah, like come on, man. Which one you want me to do?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
For
It's
real.
definitely, but I loved it. I loved 7th grade kids. I don't know. They love me.
So
It's
so
the high school kids.
so
Ooh.
you decided you was gonna just quit the teaching and do this. Like you just leap of faith or like
Woo!
how did you feel? Like
Man,
to
let me tell you.
because we right there
Took a
right
while.
now.
Yeah, let me
We
tell
both
you.
like, man, we'll
I've
quit.
been supposed to leave.
She supposed to be there. We kept saying, man, what you still there for, bro? Just leave, bro. She was so afraid to leave, dog. You
Why
know
were
what
you
I'm saying?
afraid to leave?
Comfortable. I was very comfortable in playing it safe. Cause honestly, before even I thought to do it for content creating, I went and got a master's degree in something totally different. In 2018, I was like, okay, I'm leaving after this year. Was still there. Still there a whole nother 5 years later.
Hey, talk to
Scared
him,
and
Mr.
being
Master's
playing
degree.
it safe, being
We ain't talking
comfortable.
about me. This ain't my episode.
That's what it was. I literally, they've been telling me probably it was like the last 3 years, and I was like, okay. And then I go back, they like, what you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I was so scared. Even the day I signed my resignation, I signed it on the last day that you can sign it.
You went to the
Go
last
to
minute.
school the next because
Look,
you have a certain date you
Next
gotta
week,
sign
he
it.
gonna be like, I quit, bro. I'm just doing podcast.
We gotta go viral first. We gotta see the numbers go up just like
Hey, well,
in the
look,
movie. Oh, I'm going viral.
Hey, look, we just gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You'll go viral for sure.
Oh yeah, you'll go viral for that.
For real. We gotta go viral a couple times.
Cause we talk about that all the time. Like, bro, I'm ready to quit, bro. Like, we got this podcast popping, stuff been moving fast, cause it has been moving fast for us. And he like, man, but I'm like, it ain't time yet, bro. It ain't time. He like, when it's time, bro.
Yeah.
He like, when it's time, I'm ready. So maybe you could teach us that. Show us when time.
For real.
You just gotta step out there. You gotta just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and it's just what's gonna happen. I didn't hit that 1 million followers before I left teaching.
For real.
Who no?
No, hey, man.
I did not hit that 1 million followers when I left. What we was at?
Well, we probably 60,000 followers maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
On Instagram, yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Do you regret it?
no,
Not at all.
not at all. I don't think a second about that school. I ain't thought nothing about the school. When the school year was over, my son got out today. I was like, dang. That was quick, but I hadn't even been thinking about the school year at all.
So were
to
you
know.
already making revenue? Or did you just say, you know what, the money gonna come, I'm just gonna focus on this? Because we grown and got bills. Like, I'm like, man, maybe we
For
should.
real. I got big boy bills. I can't
You know what?
just
Forget
let
my
the bottom
wife.
fall out
Forget
like
these
that.
5 kids. I got a dream. Martin Luther King and his.
For real. Well, I ain't got no kids, but I got a slew of bills I gotta pay. You understand me? For real.
And I'm like, forget it. It don't even matter. Like, so was you already like making the money, or you just jumped out there on the vision and the dream and what you believed in?
That was revenue, but it wasn't the revenue.
That you was
I was
wanting?
coming from the job. Yeah.
It wasn't the revenue that was coming from the job. So I just was like, you know what? This gonna happen. It is. I had to really sit and tell myself, if I don't believe in it, like Dre and K Smith can tell me all day they believe in me. But if I didn't believe in myself or like believe that God was gonna provide the way, then it's never gonna happen. So I had to get that in my mind to step out on faith and say, you know what, it's gonna come. But I don't regret it even at the time, because I was just like, I felt free. I felt like the shackles was broken.
You know what? I appreciate you for saying that as a talent, because I used to rap and I manage artists. That's why I respect Dre for what he doing so much, because what you said means so much. I've had so many artists, and I told him this. I said, bro, I can give everything to an artist, but I'm not the talent. If they don't believe in themselves and they don't put that extra work in, me being a manager means nothing.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? I can sit here every day and tell you great. I love you. You're going to make it. You're going to be the best. But if you don't go in there and put that extra work in, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't do the things that's necessary, then I just sit back, and at the end of the day, I have to deal with the consequences of a failed artist time after time again to where I'd end up saying, I can't do this no more.
But see, you stuck with it because remember when we was rapping as kids, I let Granny hear our tape and she was like, this trash. And I ain't rap no more after that. I was like, Granny,
put it down on
for real.
y'all.
Like, everybody was like, bro, you good. Keep on going. I used to actually write my raps with a dictionary in my lap so I can make sure my words wasn't like nobody else.
Right.
That's why I learned the word vixen. For real. I'm like, nah, hold on, I got to put this in a rap.
But
Granny said, nah.
This trash. I was like, God.
I ain't rapping no more. Granny said it was trash.
whoa.
Yeah, she's
Granny
Granny
killed y'all
told.
Dang, Granny.
I love Granny, but I'm
Man,
like, nah,
trust me, I've had that. I've had that, definitely.
Yeah.
It literally, right to this day, probably a month ago, yeah, they just said, oh, you a star. Oh, now you believed it after years.
Right.
But also, that internet is, it's tough. That was another hurdle I had to get over, not paying attention to. The people don't know me. Like, you don't know me personally to say things about me for me to believe what you said. But I also had to get past that too in believing in myself because the internet, they tough.
You heard that, Sherhonda?
I know in our comment
They
section.
tough.
Sherhonda clap back at everybody on the internet, bro.
Baby,
For real.
when I see them going in on me, I go pop me some popcorn, lock my room door, and hit the top. Bitch, your mammy, your
claps on
granddaddy, your
everybody.
sister, your brother, your uncle, your daddy.
Yeah. Nah, for real. I was arguing with a lady in our comment section on TikTok. The lady was
Wait,
saying,
y'all talking about, because I don't have a TikTok. You be on TikTok arguing?
well, shoot, it's on our page. It's on the podcast page. She misconstrued what I'm saying and getting angry at me. I'm like, lady, it's in the context. You know what? I think it was about the maps when I was talking about that whole situation. She was talking about, man, get this man off the internet. I'm like, lady, I didn't say I was a map. I'm saying there is a term called maps where people are attracted to minor people. Like, hold up.
Oh, so somebody came after you.
Yes,
You
bro.
be cutting up on them.
Wow.
Oh, man. TikTok erased the comments.
Dang.
Yeah,
So
TikTok
he
erased it.
manages our TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. So he come back and tell me, bro, whatever he say, I'm like, I trust you, brother. But I never knew. I just found out he be on TikTok beefing.
Shoot ya.
That beef, that's how you go viral, though. Them comments beefing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, keep beefing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on there.
Man, I'm on them comments. Hold up.
They
What
took
they
my
say?
page. I had like 600,000 people,
Yeah.
and I got into a Wendy Williams. They took my page. Yeah, I climbed all the way back up. I was like at 300,000. I was happy. I said Rihanna was ugly. They took my page.
Hold on, mama. You going there some heavy hitters now. Come on now.
Trying to be clever.
Rihanna and Wendy Williams. Like, hold up now.
Oh, Lord. You be cutting up.
For real. One question I want to ask you. With your son being the hottest rapper did you believe in him doing that way in the beginning? Like when he first started?
No, because like I have an ear for music, and I knew that he was really, really good. But I didn't think nobody was gonna take him serious because he was 14, 15. But they really did.
Yeah. Was you an artist?
No, I just like to write.
Okay, you just so did you ghostwrite for people or something?
Yeah, I used to just write for people in Baton Rouge. Like if I would go to the studio, because my brother, his friends had studios, so I used to go around there and listen. And I used to be listening to different boys rapping. They be in the little group or whatever, and I'd be like, take that out and put this in. See you a weaker rapper. Put him in the middle. They were like, huh. Then they do everything I said, and it come out right. And they were like, it do sound better. Oh, hold on, this do. So every time they go to the studio, they were like, we got something we need you to listen to. And then I listen to it and I help them fix it or whatever.
So you was a vision.
And they just started paying me to do it.
That's what's up.
So do you think NBA Youngboy started rapping because of you, or he just came to you one day and was like?
I think he used to like when we go to the studio because I used to sit my
you used to
children
take him
down.
with you?
Yeah, I used to take him with me. And like he'll go in the booth and he'll put things on his head. Like he never would say words or nothing. He'd just be playing around in the studio, but he would never rapping or nothing. He'd just be looking around and looking at stuff. But
he was getting a feel for it.
So he kind of grew up in that environment.
Yeah.
He downloading it, man.
Yeah. See, it sound like you had wrote for the Ghetto Twins back in the day. You remember them with that response?
No, they're my friends. I love them.
For real?
I love the Ghetto Twins. No, I never knew them when we was growing up, but I love like Mia X, Ghetto Twins, all that. New Orleans bounce rappers. I love them. I always did.
Man, what they doing nowadays anyway?
They here in Texas.
Yeah,
Really?
Ghetto Twins.
Yeah, she did an interview with Willie D about a year or two ago.
Really?
Mia X
Oh,
did.
okay.
Okay. And I seen Mia X during Trey Day because she did the concert when it was downtown.
Oh, okay,
So yeah,
okay,
she's still doing her thing.
Right,
That's
right,
what's
right.
up.
Now I ain't heard nothing from the Ghetto Twins.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing from the Ghetto
They
Twins.
yeah.
Yeah, they
You
still
been hanging out with them and stuff?
No, I talk to them on Instagram every once in a while, but they do concerts.
Really?
Shoot, responsibility still gonna go alive
yeah.
today with some of the issues these ladies
Man,
be
it's
going
facts.
through.
Yeah.
For real.
It's
That's a real record.
Yeah. If you don't know that song, please look it up on YouTube. I'm telling you, ladies, you gonna jam to it. I promise. Especially if you got a deadbeat baby daddy. Especially.
Straight up, straight up. So what else do you do outside? I know you got NBA, but like, what do you do?
We was doing lip gloss for a little while, but I still got all my lip gloss. So I'm just gonna restart that up. I like to watch my grandbabies. I love
Oh, so
them.
you just be chilling.
Yeah, I be cooling. Like all of them got different attitudes. They like mini grown people.
Shoot, what's that? Kylie Jenner and Sexy Red, they got the makeup in the chokehold, huh? With all them Sexy Red, bro, she got some lip gloss called gonorrhea.
Oh,
I ain't heard that.
Yeah,
You
man.
happy? Yeah, they just
all of them are
Yeah,
like
they
STD names.
got some wild names.
Yeah.
I mean, like for
It's
real.
like
You
crazy.
want that on your lips?
Nah, bitch, nah.
That's crazy.
I don't want you talking to me. For real. So what's your makeup line, mama? Let them know what your makeup line.
It was Slime Effects, and each one of them is named after one of my son's songs. They helped me with it. Dre, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. So I told my son he in college. He 19, and I was like, I told him every week I tell my family my children who I'm gonna interview. And when I started interviewing you, man, last night he just played number NBA. He talking about he the GOAT. I'm like, man, but I'm older, so I'm like, I in all due respect, I'm like, I listen to him, but like I'm like. Nas, Jay-Z, DMX, Tupac, Biggie.
Man,
you know what I'm
Tupac.
saying? But it's crazy how, in reality, until I really just sat down, because I told my son last night, I was just asking him, I say, if I had opportunity, what questions would you want me to ask or whatever, if I can or whatever? And I was just asking him about how he feel about him. And I really never understood. Like, he was like, bro, do you not know that he is the GOAT to my generation? I'm like, no, I don't know.
He like the Lil Wayne.
You telling me that now, I respect it, but he was like, no, like to my generation, like, and I'm like, for real? He was like, no, like he is like
He
he
sold
for
out
sure.
like 5 arenas already.
Yeah, I saw that.
and
It's like one day or 2 days. Yeah.
and that's crazy. Like I respect it, but it's like that's a beautiful thing. So how is it like how do you feel about that? And like honest, like to know that you have the LeBron James, you have the Tupac,
Of the
you
rap
have,
game.
you know what I'm saying? Like
For
that's
real.
what
I'm normal.
He started the whole YN movement.
King of YN.
I mean, that's your goal. If you work at McDonald's, you supposed to be the best fried cook you can be.
Facts.
If you play football, if you rap, you got to be best rapper you can be. So that's his job to be the best. So I just be like, okay, you're doing the job.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing with like I told each one of them, I've looked up like the last 3-4 days, I've literally been anything I could find on y'all, I'm looking. But one thing I respect, you are so humble. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, my son rap, he got like a couple songs on there. If he become like the GOAT, I'm like, I'll do it. That's my
I told y'all,
you got me fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna be but for you, every interview I've seen you on, these are repetitious questions, honestly, and you have the same answer every time. You like, man, that's my son. I love him. He do what he do, and I respect you for that because, truth being told, it's hard as a parent raising a kid. And I got 5 children, raising them, going through everything I go for them. If any one of them becomes something, I'm stunting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna be Master P, Birdman, Jay-Z. Like, that's my
As you
son. That's
should.
my
And I'm telling you what's so
daughter.
real about Sherhonda is, man, like she's such a realist, like too, like, you know, even with having a son, it's the Tupac of our generation, like she is not no yes man for him. No, hell no.
That's solid too.
No.
That's solid.
She keep it 1,000%.
Wow. Wow.
Like you wrong, you know you wrong, you did this wrong, like you know you ain't supposed to do this and that.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So how is that? Cause like
And
since you brought that up
I got 3 children. I'm like
yesterday.
what?
So I'm gonna ask you this, but I'm gonna tell you the story first, and I'm gonna ask you. So, cause dealing with young kids, so me, my wife, my son, and my other son, we in the car. My other son autistic, so he just be chilling. My son that's 19 that love NBA Youngboy, he like, can I drive? My wife was like, yeah, he could drive. And I'm talking about, so when my wife bust a joke. She was like, man, she called him a YN. And he was like, why you calling me a YN? Mama, I ain't know. That's kind of disrespectful. You don't think I'm like a positive? So but he wasn't really mad. He was just being funny. But when he got in the car, he turned full-fledged YN. Like, I'm talking about he had a plate of food in his hand while he was driving with a fork. He eating, he cutting lanes, he switching songs every 5 seconds. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat like, what the fuck is, like, what's this? But I'm sitting there like, this is real. Like, he a young individual just living life. But how is it with you raising a son like that? Like, I know he have his trials and tribulations, but granted he young, so he going through what an average young kid will go through.
I tell my this is for my boys, my daughter, you better be a lady. And if you don't be a lady, they're gonna put your ass on the internet and you're gonna be looking stupid, you're gonna be looking nasty, you're gonna be looking slutty. So that's her. My boys, you come home to me, or you let their mama go home to them. Don't start no mess with nobody. Don't bother nobody. But handle your business if you have to. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, man. Well, at least you're giving them great advice. For real.
Yeah.
I don't think it get no better than
Nah,
that.
you can't.
It's
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep for me. Because if you going to see that mean I'm done.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Now, we try to keep this as for our young group, you know what I mean, that's coming up and watching everybody. Like, what's some type of advice that you can give them as far as like content creating, building a brand, or gaining followers or some each of y'all. I know all y'all got y'all in your own right deserve every kudos you get. But what's something that you could share with the young people?
Me, I tell them, if your mama say it, if your daddy say it, like it or not, you better listen.
That's real.
Man,
That's real.
I mean, how can we come after that, bro?
I don't know. Dre, hold up, because you be dropping some gems on your page, bro.
Okay,
You be
talk
dropping
to
some
me.
real
He
life
do.
gems. And I thank you for adding me on the little old You just added me the other night in the
Your
in
channel.
the whole
His channel?
Yeah.
Okay,
your
yeah,
channel.
good
for sure.
looking eye. I went all the way back to January. I'm tapping stuff like that. I like that. I like that too.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, I would just say for the youngsters, man, you know, I think be slow to do anything. You know, think first. But be free. Man, try everything, bro. Like, you never know what's gonna hit. Like, you know, I think when you expose yourself to different things, it just kind of opens your mind up. And then once you kind of figure out exactly what that is that you like, just be consistent.
Consistency. is
Consistency will save us all. Just be consistent, bro. Even when those times feel like it's tough or feel like I'm kind of confused a little bit, man, just show up. Just show up and do something. If you put in 1% a day, that's 365% a year that you got better.
I feel it.
1%.
I like that one.
I'm
And
gonna
you say
say
you
something
couldn't come
after that.
behind me.
Yeah.
Well, I had the last one. Shit. Well, for me, be yourself. Like, definitely be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else but yourself. Somebody is going to love it. Like, somebody gonna like you for who you are. And like he said, just being consistent. And the one thing I'm not gonna lie, like having a team,
Yeah.
it's the best thing. Trying to do it by yourself because you trying to have everything. You don't want to, like a lot of people don't want to like make money and have to pay people, but you ain't gonna make nothing if you by yourself because you need it. More heads is gonna always get you further. You just thinking by yourself, you gonna think this one little thing.
But how hard is it to get everybody on one page, on one accord, as far as a team and building the team?
I don't know, because I was blessed by the man upstairs with my two, and I don't, God just blessed me with them. And
Everybody ain't able.
yeah, you're right. Everybody not able. So I just say I was blessed with the best, and they are so genuine. Like, they are real as it can get. They for everybody. They not for themselves. It's not like, oh, it's about me. I'm gonna get over on you. Right. So I was blessed with them, and I thank God every day. Because when I hear stories, I be like, damn.
What do you think they're gonna learn from your series?
What they gonna?
That's a good question, Mama.
Right. That, you know what, that.
That's a great question.
People that they see on the internet, because a lot of people think, oh, you probably don't go through this, you ain't did this. Now they're gonna get to see a part of my life. Like, it's not, straight little nitpick everything, but they'll see that just like you a single mom, shit, I'm a single mom too. Baby, no. Y'all gotta watch the series. But like, they get to see real life. Like, it's relatable to them just because you see me just doing skits and stuff. And I actually give the real me on the internet anyway.
That is not you. You did not let that. You did not let that giraffe eat that grass.
Oh man! Hey, for those that don't know, you gotta go watch that.
Go check her page. I was one of her latest posts.
When the giraffe did what he did.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to go put some grass in me.
But the show will definitely, if you feel like down as of like with the consistency, what we said are just going on, you'll see like you need to still continue to go through, even though you got the ups and downs, you still need to keep going through it. Like, it's gonna show you.
What motivated you to do the because you already were banging with, what made you think, okay, I'm gonna do a series about my life?
Well, my team. But this has been in the works for 2 years. So it was before the 1 million followers.
Oh, okay.
So it had already been in the works 2 years ago. We talked about it 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't just come about.
Oh, okay. So is the series, I know it's comedy, I know it's drama, but is that like, as people watching, is it, I know you gotta exaggerate some stuff, but is it mostly about your life or what? Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm like, man, this some
90% probably.
Yeah, probably 90%.
I guess that's what I was asking. Like, how much percentage about your life is it? Because I called him. I was like, man, it's funny, but is this really like?
And I told him the same thing. From what I know, is pretty much true. But it's a drama there. She gonna make you. She gonna make you laugh. Yeah. Some of the stuff gonna make you feel like, dang, that's messed up. Because I know when I seen the whole stepsister come up. And man, oh, hold up. Oh, go watch the movie. Go watch the movie, man. NiquieB.
Yeah.
NiquieB.
Well, it's in the second episode, so it has dropped. You can say something.
Episode.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I've already.
He went to the exclusive. I couldn't make it.
I tried to get him to come to the release, but he ain't come.
I couldn't. I had to work, man.
What did you think about that part?
I loved it.
Did you think I was an evil person, or what was your feedback on that?
Y'all give us the real question.
I mean, to be quite honest with you, you know what I mean? With somebody coming in on you, especially if you think you the only child or you was the only daughter or whatever. I'm like, who you think you are? Like, nah, my dad ain't got no other kids. Go ahead and skirt the block. Right. So I totally felt that, you know what I mean? But you could have just been like, okay, all right, I hear you. But you completely brushed out.
Well,
and the way she looked after NiquieB rolled off in the parking lot, she was looking like,
like, man.
Well, I've experienced that, but I experienced it as a kid. So as an adult, I don't know how I would have acted.
So I experienced it as a kid.
Right.
So and I was evil. I was evil.
You was evil as a kid. I didn't have no choice. But
I experienced it as a kid.
I was like 6 or 7 years old when I really realized.
I was about. I probably was like 10 or 11.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not my dad's only daughter. I'm I'm not his youngest, but at that time I thought I was the youngest child.
And then you found
and then she came, and I'm a daddy's girl, so it was like, no ma'am. But I was evil when I was little towards
Right.
her. I
I mean,
definitely
because there's a
was.
lot of people that go
Rolling
through that. Because I know I
stone.
went through that.
Yeah, I
But-
was definitely an evil person.
And you're like, wow, I got other siblings. Like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And you got
Look, we were just talking about this the other day. So that's what I asked y'all a question. So what? So you grew up in a 2-parent home, or?
yeah. So a short, because I got an episode where I talked about my whole life. Y'all got to go check it out.
Okay.
But I grew up without a father till he got out of jail.
Okay. So how?
But he did 12 years in jail. Got out at like 10. So he got out of jail when I was 13.
Oh my God. How did you feel? What age was you when he went?
He went to jail when I was like 2 or 3 and got out when I was like 13,
close to
12 or
it.
13.
How did you feel?
During which time?
Like how did you
came
feel
home.
about him as you got older?
So it's especially me being a man, because this is one of the main reasons why we have this talk show. I mean, or this podcast, because helping the youth that go through this. So I went through periods. So 2 or 3, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
1 minute I'm playing with him, next minute he gone, and then it's just like, okay, around like 8 or 9, that's when you really realize, like, you get them phone calls, he in jail, he ain't dead, he in
Right.
jail,
Right.
and I know him, but I gotta take these collect calls. Man, I'll be home, da da da. All right, whatever. All right, we gotta read these letters. All right. Then he like, when I get home, I'm gonna be the best daddy ever. All right, whatever. You know. Then he get home. Then you gotta adjust to a man in the house, because the way my mama was, it was never no man in the house.
Oh, he came home to your mama.
So he came home and to my mama. But me being young, being grown now, I get the backstories of the behind the scene music, the other women and the other problems and the other drama. But at that age, I don't know that. I just know that he coming, and then we adjust our whole lifestyle, and this is what it is now. Now you respect your, and my mama put it, respect your daddy, honor your daddy, listen to your daddy. I'm like, I don't even know this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But I have to adjust to that. Then it's like, okay, cool. But now me raising kids, it's something about a man being in a household that, regardless of what a young kid say, male or female, because now I'm looking at my kids, like when my dad used to come home, I would talk shit, but it's just something about it.
You got one baby mama?
Something about a man.
Yeah, I'm with one woman, one wife.
Something about a
all the
man.
All
kids
your
in the
children
one
same
house,
one?
same house. And so when I notice how my kids, when they come in the house, if my wife there, it's a different level of respect. Like, for instance, and he know, because we cousins, we grew up together. It's something about my daddy pulling up in the yard, we quit doing dumb shit. But we fuss with each other. Man, I'm mad. Why he coming home? Why he doing this? But we don't tell him.
Right, yeah.
We talk amongst each other. And we like, man.
Yeah.
But
We experienced that around the same time. My parents, they went through a whole roller coaster, but I do know what it's like to be in a single mom home and with my dad in the house. And my dad came home at the most perfect time, because that was right around the time I started cutting up. 13, 14, I started feeling myself. I even booked up to him one time. Because now, see, I ain't never told this story before, right? So my mom told me, she say, if he try to whoop you, you better call me.
Oh, no, she shouldn't did that, man.
Yeah. So
it didn't never work out that way. Not with a real man.
It didn't work out at all in my favor. So what it was, I ended up going to the store and I spent this change. And the lesson behind it was, ask me before anything. I just spent it. He was like, so you stole from me? I'm like, nah, I ain't steal nothing from you. He said, yeah, you stole from me because you didn't ask me for it. Because I would have gave it to you had you asked me. So he was like, go ahead and lay on the bed. I ain't laying on no bed. He said, man, go on lay on the bed. I said, man, I'm finna call my mama. She told me to call her anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Snitch.
You finna call your mama on me?
Oh, yeah.
Man, he hit me with a 3-piece so quick. I said, oh, daddy, you forgot I got asthma. You trying to kill me. You trying to kill me. So when my mama pulled up after he sat down and explained the whole story to me, after I done calmed down, she say, so what you gonna do? You gonna leave or you gonna stay? I said, I'm gonna stay. Because it made all the sense in the world. He put the logic behind it. It wasn't just like an emotional whooping just because he was mad at me. My mama, she'll pop me in the mouth, pop me in the chest, regardless of
Yeah.
Boom. Oh man. But nah, daddy was like, well, look, I usually don't like doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk it out from you. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, I'm gonna hear your perspective, and then we're gonna get the whooping out the way.
Yeah.
Because a real man, and that's what I've learned. Even when now with me parenting, I call my mom and dad all the time, and be like, I get it now. Because a real man in a household, or even a real woman, your kids. Because I had a daughter. Years of me disciplining my kids. One year, one of my daughters wrote in her card for Father's Day, I know you think you don't like when you fuss at me, but I appreciate you for that because I listen and I need it and I respect it. And it meant so much to me because as I'm disciplining them, I go back into, because it's like I'll be hard to them but bubble up with my wife. Like, man, I just had to. And she like, do you know what she just did or he just did? I'm like, yeah, man, but I ain't. And she like, no, they needed that. So for that, but a lot of times we be thinking as parents we too hard on them or we doing too much, but in reality they need it and they respect it. And I know I respected it, especially when my daddy got out of jail. I really needed it. Because I'm not gonna lie, if he wouldn't have got out of jail and got in my life, I probably wouldn't have became the man that I am to this day because my mama couldn't control me. She was doing her best, but I was spiraling down the road of
And then hanging with me, not scared to try nothing.
Oh, and then most definitely.
Yeah, I'm fair. What man? Let's go try it. Let's go do this.
Yeah.
Come on, Drew. Drew be like, man, bro, I don't know, man. I don't think we should do. Man, come on, man. We'll
I'm
think
the
about
voice
that.
of
Like,
reason. He like, YNs. We didn't know what YNs was back then, but he like, let's go. But why you ask me that question?
Oh,
Though?
because I was about to say, so if your parents get caught cheating, we had this conversation the other day. Like, who you gonna tell? You gonna snitch on them?
I did.
You snitched on him?
So I snitched on my dad, but I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm like, I was wrong, but it was like, so I snitched on my dad at one time. I asked him to buy me some shoes. He never buy clothes, never buy shoes. He was more so like all the bills paid, the lights is paid. I provide. He was like, I provided.
Right.
So one day I asked him for something. He was like, buying you no shoes.
Oh.
So I man, mama. And she kind of swindled me into it. She was like, where your daddy at? I said, I know where he at. She was like, what you mean you know where he at?
oh, Drew, you was real odd.
I hit her with the whoopty. She what? But now in all defense, I didn't know my mom was crazy. I didn't know she was crazy.
He didn't snitch.
I didn't know she was crazy. I snitched on
So would you have snitched on your mama?
Have I ever snitched on
No,
my
no,
mom?
I'm saying, would you have though?
Ooh.
If she ain't do something, he like, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to really
He
get
a little snitch.
That is the
Because I
honest
never
answer.
had to, but I probably would have. But she
man.
did. Because this is what I'm learning too. Mom, me raising my children. I be like, nah, I double down on them.
Right.
Mamas have this nurturing,
Definitely.
caring. So they going to play the take care of the kids and make them happy role 90% of the time.
Facts.
Father's going to play this, I don't give up.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I think if she would have curved on me, I probably would have been like, say, fam.
What you doing, Sherhonda? You telling Sherhonda? You telling?
No, my mom and dad was good.
Yeah, for sure. You snitched on your dad? I know you snitched on your dad at all,
No,
for sure.
like me, my mama, she like to go to casino and stuff. So I might help her like steal my daddy money and we'll go. But
That's about it.
See, me on the other hand, I got a total different story. See, I've never went anywhere, you know what I'm saying, with my dad to see another woman unless he was single. Now, when he was single, my daddy was a player. I ain't gonna lie. Had him a librarian, a police lady, a nurse. I ain't gonna lie. He had him a mean squad. I ain't gonna lie. I really liked the librarian, bro. She was so cute to me.
Yeah.
I don't know where she at right now, miss. If you watching this, hey.
Yeah.
I'm not a part of this because I know he going to get a phone call tomorrow.
Nah, but he was single at the time. He was single.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Nah, for real. My mama be on my bumper about this podcast. I ain't gonna lie. Because I be honest with everything.
Yeah.
But when they got back together, all that stopped. Like, he come home at a reasonable time, even when he hanging with my uncles and all that.
Yeah.
He stay on top of that, and they ain't looking at him crazy. Hey, I got to get home to baby. She going to make sure things straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, what's your answer to that?
Man, I ain't snitched on my mama, for sure.
You snitch on your daddy?
But they wasn't, like I said, I'm in a different dynamic too. They wasn't together, so
Oh,
I don't
so
feel
yeah.
the same.
Right,
I can't really get into that, that mind
Right.
frame and say, man, well, I still to my dad. It don't mean nothing to
What
me.
I learned is, like, and I had to explain this to somebody too one day. I'm like, my kids don't know. Like, if you doing it correctly,
Right.
like my kids don't know.
What is doing what correctly?
No, I'm saying, like,
I hope not
they don't
cheating.
know nothing about me outside of raising them.
Because I was like, I hope you're not talking about cheating. Because it
correctly.
ain't no
No.
correctly cheating.
I'm saying, like,
Okay.
my kids,
Right.
they don't know nothing really about nothing about, like, I tell them certain things,
Right.
but they don't even believe it. Like, if I tell them about my younger years and
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
that's
used
hard
to
for them to
do,
fathom, yeah.
because I have to grasp the fact, like, I'm an OG, like, I'm an old head. Like, they talk about my dressing,
Right,
they
yeah.
talk about my style. I'm like, what? I'm fly. They like, what? So, like, they don't really know nothing about my
Right.
past life. And even if I went out and did anything, like, you're not, your children are not supposed to be a part of anything outside of that. Like, if you I'm not trying to teach somebody to do it I'm just being real. If you in a committed relationship, in a marriage, and y'all like this, riding around with your kids while you hiding at women or
That's
picking
foul.
up women, or
Yeah.
like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
That's foul.
So my kids, they only see, like, even when I've had my kids, they're teenagers, I've heard them or seen them mimic, like, I've had, like, one of my daughters, like, I want my relationship to be like y'all's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know nothing. Like, I'm not perfect, my wife's not perfect, but they don't know imperfection. They just know what they see in the household.
Right.
So me growing up and seeing so much stuff, like, I'm one of those kids, and I honestly, I called one of my uncles that I respect today earlier about some personal stuff, and he put a lot of stuff in me. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna tell you this. You know, you might call one of your elders, and they give you more information than what you need.
Yeah.
And you're like, that happened. Oh, that happened. But it regulate. I was the first I was the first baby in the family. So all that to say, I seen a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have seen
as a child.
but I was able to grow up and keep it all in. But now I don't want my kids to see nothing that they're not supposed to see. They grow up, they in the suburbs. Like, I brought my son home from college. I changed the whole upstairs where he was staying. I got a whole couch, leather couch. He uncomfortable. He don't know where to sleep. So I went and bought him an air mattress. He come in the room high. I'm like, you don't know how to? He like, I never slept on the air mattress. I'm like, you ain't never slept on the air mattress, bro? Then I asked my wife, she's like, honestly, I don't think they ever slept. I'm like, they never slept on the air mattress.
It's a reality, yeah.
It's a reality check. I'm doing good, doing right. But to answer your question, like, I'm just blessed to be able to, not. But I snitched on my daddy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, snitched on my daddy.
All in all, I think the most important thing is watch what you do in front of your children, because they are definitely watching you, and they just might say something like Drew. I ain't gonna lie.
So
real.
You know
like,
what? What's really real? Most of the time when children learn bad stuff, they learn it from their friends.
Yeah.
Peers.
Yeah, going to people's house next door, going to their cousin's house, going to different people's house.
I don't know. A lot of the bad stuff I saw other grown-ups doing, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I wanna do that too.
But not inside your house.
No, not inside
See,
the
that's
house,
what
but
I'm
when I
saying.
went outside.
Yeah. What I'm saying, you learn other stuff from other people, not
Yeah.
from your parents.
I can
Most of the
feel
time,
that.
your parents try to teach you right.
Right, yeah.
You don't got no mom like, yeah, go smoke weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
The young ones do now.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah, okay.
Them
Maybe now.
the ones that's my age.
Yeah, nah, they really do. 'Cause I will say that my mom, when she found out that I was smoking, she was upset about the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't gonna stop, regardless of how many times you would me. Hey, I'm smoking. I'm smoking. I'm smoking. She told me, okay, look, I see you not gonna stop smoking. So the best thing I'm gonna tell you is roll your own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Always make sure you in control of the situation. Don't be riding 4 deep smoking. Don't just pull over anywhere smoking. and then you'll possibly be all right.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I ain't like your mama told you better than mine. My mom was like, you want to be walking around the street ass naked, then smoke behind somebody else. And I ain't never. I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, see, one of my elders taught me how to roll. My first year going to the Capitol, 1999.
Shout out to the Capitol.
Shout out to the Capitol, baby.
Yeah, I'm rolling paper squares for the OGs. You know what I mean? I'm the youngin', so go ahead and do it. But man, we can continue this conversation for a whole nother hour, 2 hours. That's why we got to get y'all back on here separately. I ain't gonna lie, for real.
Yeah.
So, is there any closing remarks
I
that
need
y'all
each
want to put
person
in?
to tell, like, hey, we got some viewers watching, man. We've been doing good, and we want to talk about the series, and we want a positive message before the end.
For sure.
Make sure y'all go watch the NiquieB series on YouTube. It is NiquieB Fit, and it's NiquieB Fit. Make sure you watch the series. Episode 1 and 2 has already dropped, and next Tuesday you'll get another episode, and the next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time Zone. Yeah, y'all go watch it and comment, like, share, do all those things because we love the feedback.
And it's great.
And
It's
y'all
fire.
can see me on episode 3.
You on episode 3?
3.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Now, you go check the show out, please, man. Like, we put a lot of work into this show. It's only gonna get better as the series kind of grow or whatever. And we got some crazy stuff that's gonna happen for sure.
I'm still waiting on my feature, you know. I did some BTS on it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see that P brand in there, you feel me?
He said ready. Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Quincy and Drew,
up?
man.
What's
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
Mama 30? You last but not least, what you got?
I don't know.
Give them some games, Sherhonda. Get these youngsters some games.
Okay.
These youngsters out here, man, that's listening.
Go catch my son on tour in one of y'all cities. There you go.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
Yeah, nah,
That's
for
the
sure.
best advice.
Hey, man, for sure. Look, check
So
this
when
out,
he
though.
coming to Houston?
Go ahead.
You know?
I think, yeah, September.
Oh, see, they already know.
Oh, they know the back. September.
Right?
they want a picture. They ready for the pictures. I mean,
I
hey,
just want 2 tickets, Mama 30.
Is it?
I want to take my YN with me.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I just want to say to the youth, man, that, you know, man, everything is just, nothing's going to change when you get a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we're young, we think, man, once I get grown, you know, this is going to be different or whatever that might be. It's still, man, it's the same stuff going on. Whatever you want to do in life, you can start right now today. You don't have to wait till you get out of school, you know, unless you're going to be a doctor or something like that. But you still can start practicing now, though. Like interning or whatever. Like, you can start a business right now. Hell, they made it easier for you now, man. You can go on Amazon and, hell, you can go to Facebook Marketplace and sell stuff, you know? So whatever it is, that don't look at us, man, and think. Quick story real quick before we go. I remember sitting in my living room, I'm probably about 14, 13, somewhere around that time, and I'm watching the Queen Latifah documentary. And I remember her saying, man, you know what, man? You know, she was talking and stuff, and she was like, if I can do it, if I can make it, anybody can make it. And, you know, I'm sitting there, you know, got a whole lot of drama going on at home. You know, my stepdad beating on my mama, like a lot of bull crap. We can get into later. But I'm thinking like, man, of course she could say that. She made it already. Like, it's easy for her to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I get it though. It's like, man, it's the same stuff going on, bro. Like we nothing special about us. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing special. Nothing. Like, anybody can do anything they want to do. Anything you put your mind to, you actually can do it. Like, that's like not a no cap. Like, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that, man. Whatever you want to do, you can do it today.
Man, shoot, ain't no better way to close out this episode but tell y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That little button right there. Go ahead, tap that.
Check out the series.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
Tap in, man.
I watched both episodes. It's fire. I love it. I can't wait to watch the third one.
Yeah, you deserve to wait. You couldn't come to the premiere.
Man, I was so mad I had to work, man. Hey, man, maybe y'all can teach me how to quit my job and don't have to work no more, man.
Most definitely, man. We appreciate y'all having us on the show, man. Love it.
Definitely.
Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming.
Show, man.
And you just watched another conversation, a quick conversation with your boy, Mr. Quick.
And I'm King Drew Millions.